There's a lot of things that come with going to college, whether it be financially or just simply leaving the comfort zone one is so used to while growing up. Kids all around the world aren't fortunate enough to go to college. This is because of financial reasons. They might have the brains to be really successful and thrive in a college atmosphere, but will never be able to have the opportunity to be in a classroom with a professor experience. There are many small loans waiting to be given out to help individuals make it to college, but with the assistance of these loans, the downfalls of debt one could get him or herself into over the years, and the troubles if not paid off in time or at all. Financially stable families might have a kid that excels in sports and may be able to receive athletic scholarships to assist with paying for school, or if given a full ride, then the worries of school are out of the question, unless worrying about which college to attend, which must be nice to have only that as a worry. College is really stressful to families, some more than others, with all things like having to think about the future and the need to attend college or at least go through online classes. Also, to top it off, to get a job more easier and just to look better, you need a degree. The only way to get this degree is to graduate and to go through college, which costs money and some just can't do, which ends up putting them in a bind with job opportunities and career paths. But I personally feel families that aren't as fortunate with money tend to have more drive and be more successful. This is because they have something to work for and do things with a purpose, as to others that can just blow through their money without thinking twice, which is where you'll find these individuals at college putting their life and careers in jeopardy. Growing up, I was truly blessed to have a hardworking mother that would do anything for me to be happy. We were really poor, but mom made it to where I was always happy. I didn't come to reality about the situation we were in. I remember this because for one Christmas, I only received some army men, but I was fine with that. I was extremely happy knowing that being happy made my mother happy as well. But growing up, my mother went through jobs trying to provide for us. Then over a amount of time, my mother and a few of her friends got together and started to plan a business. This business became successful and ended the struggle for me and my family. But in a blink of an eye, everything fell apart. I then realized the poverty we were back into as if we never left. I especially remember a specific conversation that I had with my mother that included my future. Mom, am I going to be able to go to college? I asked with worry in my voice. Without any hesitation, she replied, "Of course, son. Whatever it's going to take, I'm going to make it happen." For some reason, I didn't know if I should believe her or not, because she once told me before that I had my college tuition paid for. But the situation we are in now, that's not the case no more. She also has so many other things to worry about, like having to keep a roof over her heads. "Don't worry, Mom. I'm going to make going to college my first priority," I said with confidence. With this in my head, and with all the confidence I have about making this come true, I then had the fuel to my fire. I didn't want my mom to constantly worry about me. I wanted to take the role of being independent and doing whatever it takes for me to be successful and to get a degree. Because what was once going to be paid for is now all put upon myself to do, and it's now my responsibility. I really had to step my game up as an athlete and to perform to my best ability so I could receive a college scholarship. And that's just what I did, and thank God I got to go to college on a scholarship and have a lot of my school paid for. And that's the only reason I'm able to even be in Iowa attending Radcliffe University is because of just that scholarship I received. Moral of the story is do things right and don't get comfortable with your current situations, because in the blink of an eye, things can change drastically. I don't know if my mother having a college degree would have helped, but I felt like having that from the beginning would have been putting us in a different situation. I know I'm not the only person in the world that's going through this situation, and it feels good knowing I'm not the only one. There are many people that have been through way worse, but found a way to not give up and to find a way to get through things and do what's right and do whatever it took to get a degree. I feel families that aren't financially able to support the young ones trying to go to college are going to have some of the hardest working individuals. This is because nothing is given to them. Everything that they did growing up, and as they continue to go through life, they then have to work hard for it and not be satisfied for 1 minute until they have reached what they are shooting for. And even then, the thought of being satisfied should never be thought. Instead, feeling good about what they have accomplished so far should be the thing that's being thought. It's because things can always improve and always be better. So being satisfied with the current situation is not what should be going through one's head.